Hey guys, welcome to video 2. And in video 2, we're going to show you one of my favorite things to do because it is so easy to do. So we've taken that simple social dynamic of the tease and we've moved it into that push-pull mechanism. Now we're going to finish it off. So we got on the topic of sex and seduction and female personality and how she thinks and feels and all that sort of stuff. Now we're going to move it into a deep rapport conversation. So literally we can open and talk to somebody and in 30 seconds connect. And not just connect, but connect with the deepest parts of them so that we can have a fulfilling social life, sexual life, and lifestyle. Now, don't forget to check out our TSL products, the Better Man's Guide. You can get started for $7. It's a step-by-step course that will take you through a whole bunch of stuff, all the way from getting to know somebody, meeting, engaging, approaching, dating, text message, seduction, escalation, it's endless lifestyle, and just how to be an overall better man. And of course, we have TSL Online. That comes in a live full service program. And every 4 months, we start a new group. It also comes in a fully virtual program that's a 3-month course. TSL Online is hands down the most thorough course for you to completely change your life and become a better man. Learn how to have a great social life, great sexual life, and an awesome lifestyle where you are constantly evolving to be the better man. Let's enjoy the lesson. All right, so we just learned how to take a simple social dynamic, move it into a path of customization so that we could get sexual, so that we could start to present ourselves in a very authentic, normal, and natural way so that we could be a sexual person, all right? Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to take the same formula. We're going to take you, we're going to plug it into a social dynamic and move it into the direction that we want to go in. So very simple, you being your intention, what you want. And if I was there personally working with you, I could figure that out and customize it a little bit better. The social dynamic in this case is going to be the neg and the tease, moving into a qualifier. We all know what those are. And our intention, which is going to be sexuality and eliciting her sexuality, laying the groundwork for arousal. Okay, so let's be clear right now. Arousal is not just joking about sex. It's not just superficially talking about sex. It's not talking about sex in the third person. We hear that a lot. Like, get a conversation about the idea of sexuality about somebody or joke about it. Sure, you can transition towards that, but that is not getting sexual. What we're going to do right here is we're going to start to move into an emotional mindset where we can get sexual. All right, so in our last video, we covered the neg, the tease, into sexuality topic, okay? What that does, that creates a push-pull dynamic to get us in the mode of her sexuality, her persona, what she really likes, who she is as a woman. And of course, a social dynamic can't control somebody, but it's going to bring out, hopefully, what's already there. So in learning those things, what we want to do is we want to start moving it into a conversation. And in order to do that, we need to implement qualification. What qualification is going to do for us is it's going to allow the bedrock, the foundation of arousal to take place. Remember, we're not trying to get into a sexual conversation that's superficial, that's joking, that's on the surface. We want her true self to be there and our true self to be there. So we need arousal to happen. So what arousal needs is it needs two basic things. It needs you and her, so two people, right? But it also needs intent to be exchanged. So that means I like you, you like me needs to be exchanged. That could, of course, be done with your verbals and nonverbals and takes some skill to read, but you're not going to get there just by thinking about it. So you got to go out there and do it. So two people, intent equals arousal. So the way that we're going to get there is we're going to do the neg, the tease combination into a qualifier, into a conversation. All right. So check out how awesome this works. If we just take the standard example of like, oh my God, I can't talk to you. You are such a prude. No, but really, let me ask you, like, are you somebody that gets in relationships where you're a little bit more reserved, or do you just like totally let loose and be crazy and wild? All right. So you see how that transitioned. I used a neg and a tease that moved in the direction of sexuality. Then I qualified her on that will get me into that conversation. All right, so let's look at a few examples. Oh my God, I can't believe you said that. You are like one of those girls that has way too much experience. So then she pushes back. She goes, oh my God, what did you say to me? And then we move into our qualifier and we just say, look, well, let me ask you this. Like, what are your relationships like? I was joking about the experience thing, but really, like, have you attracted a man that made you feel like a woman? And now we can see how we're moving into a conversation that has to do with the sides of her that are feeling sexual, that are going to arouse her, and that are going to make the decisions whether or not she wants to connect with us in a sexual way, in an emotional way, and with her real self. So, all right, I'm going to give you one last one. It's like way over the top, and it's actually really powerful, really easy. It's not as hard as you would think, but you might be a little bit intimidated by it. But try it if you dare. So it's real simple. Goes like this. Here's the tease. Oh man, I can't talk to you. You are like one of those girls that you would be a lesbian if you did not like dick so much. Boom, big push back. You say, no, look, okay, I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. But seriously, like you're probably somebody that, you know, when you're in a relationship, you like watching Netflix and eating ice cream and doing all that sweet stuff. But like, there's a side of you that is totally, see, you're blushing. You're like, you're getting crazy, man. I bet you one of your favorite things to do. All right. And don't get mad at me here, but it's like, you love it when you make a guy come like just for you. That is like, see, you're fucked up. That's one of your favorite things in the world. All right, so in that one, you could see we're moving deeper and deeper and deeper and using a lot of push-pull, even with that last tail end qualifier, so we can get pretty complex with this stuff. All right, so let's cover what we learned today. Real simple stuff. We took the neg-tease combination, right? Moving that in a direction that we wanted to, towards sexuality, added a qualifier to it so that we could move into a conversation that elicits herself, her real self, her femininity, her emotion, so that we could build that foundation of arousal and get sexual rapport. As you can see, if you do this stuff in 30 seconds, even less than that, right off the bat, you can move into a conversation of sexual rapport, arousal that engages the sides of her, which are really her. So you're moving authentically, you're moving towards sexuality, and you're moving towards a real expression and motive of yourself. And as always, put this stuff to use. There's no point in just sitting here and watching this stuff without applying it. If you don't do anything, nothing's going to happen. So let's put it to use. Let's get to work and let me know how it goes.